I gave Ron a chance to kind of talk about his resume, so to speak. Doug, you want to talk a little bit?
Well, I've basically been freelancing for about over 35 years, and did a stint in the Navy band back in the 70s. Went on the road for several years back in the late 70s with a group called the Lettermen from the 60s for their 20th anniversary tour. And then settled here in Denver in '84 and been freelancing here ever since. Teach privately and have a little private, like little tiny house on a lake facing the mountains where we would record all our stuff, and so it's pretty sweet.
That's great. That's great. Well, we talked a little bit about how that, we just kind of mentioned that the art form has really changed since people's perception of, of Bob Denver and some, with the band, or the Mike Myers thing, where it's just this thrown together like show up jam thing. And I know it's very different than that. Do you want to maybe talk about some of the ways that it's different?
Well, we make sure that we're in touch with each other and we're listening all the time. And a lot of our pieces are compositions. We do some free stuff where we don't know what each other's going to do at a particular time.
Right.
However, most of it, we compose these compositions.
Right.
Where I cut out and Doug solos, and then I come in and Ron solos, so we know what we're doing. And I think that's probably a big difference in our work. We have 3 artists' perceptions of what we want to do that work together and make sure the music's the most important thing. 15 years, we don't have an ego problem. Yeah. And it's such a wonderful ride.
It's important to you guys to have a place to play when you started out, that you're going to be guaranteed that you're going to have a fairly attentive audience, or at least the access to an attentive audience. Well, how do you go about bringing some of these audience members into your show? How do you get them involved in your show?
Well, first of all, we just try to play venues where that's automatic.
Right.
I mean, we've learned by mistakes, just like anyone else. Like we did a convention once for, what is it, the geriatrics convention, and they came up, we did 3 tunes, and the lady came up and says, could you have that guy quit talking so we could all talk? Maybe could you guys play some background music and have that guy stop so we could,
Oh man.
So we learn quick, there's certain places that don't work, and concerts are a little better venue.
Is there a certain piece of verse for you that really seems to draw people in, or is it just...
Not really, but I think Lou's background in acting, I think, plays a big role, because it really comes across in the live performance. It's like if people, like say we're playing here, and if people were here not per se for the performance, but to eat dinner, and all of a sudden they hear this, Lou has a way of drawing people in, right, with the drama of what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well, he has a great voice for it. I mean, answering the phone, he probably draws people in. I mean, it's got a great voice for narration.
You know what else we do? We play for ourselves, and that draws people in.
Absolutely.
We play for ourselves. We make sure we're listening to each other all night long, and then, as the audience comes in, then we're out there a little more with the audience.
Right.